Bum bum. Hello, everybody. It's Monday night. I'm excited you're all here. I'm excited to be here. Once again, the week has gone by incredibly fast, but it was but a lot happened. A lot happened. And we'll have to talk about it. We'll have to talk about the thumbnail for this episode and when the original draft of it, which I was too scared to use. But no, thank you all for hanging out with us this Monday night. So this week, you may notice Brandon's not here. Brandon is going to take a step back from the show for a little while to deal with some personal stuff, which is great. And yeah, so I'm bummed that I don't get to talk with him this evening because frankly, like hanging out with Brandon every Monday night, it was kind of I don't know. It was a really great way to like unwind from a week of Lorcana and just hang out with a friend and somebody who I've shared a lot of my Lorcana journey with. So all that is to say, I'm bummed that he's not here right now, and can't wait till the day that he is able to come back for some co-hosting gigs. But yeah, but we're going to keep rolling on. So make sure you send Brandon a note and tell him that you missed him. You can follow him over on Blue Sky or a myriad of other Discord servers. So we'll still have the link to Brandon's socials in the show notes. Because if you're not following him, you should be. So this evening, a few quick announcements, and then we've got a really packed show this evening. There was a period in time where we tried to get down to just a few guests each week, but this week we've got quite a few to get through because we got a lot going on. Also, hello to everybody in the live chat. Solo Falcon, yes, we're going to talk about Inking Invitational. Vader Llama, thank you for being here. Color is Law, Scott, all these folks, Crystal, Poss, hey, thanks all for being here. And Aaron, who's in the other room, putting our daughter to sleep and is also in the chat. Thanks for being here, Aaron. Hopefully you can come sit in the seat over here in a moment. All right. So before we get into other announcements, shout out this week to our weekly shout out that is I'm going to do maybe every week, but at least this week because I have a new hat. For those who don't know, I started collecting like team hats and like store hats. So we got SSG, Infinity there. Incredibles is a new one that we have, Lorcana Muses. And this week I got my newest hat in from Streamlabs. This is Enchanted Chatter's hat. It's embroidered. They're a fantastic podcast / live stream that goes on every Wednesday night. If you're not following them, you should be. And yeah, so I have my newest hat, which I didn't size properly. So really excited for this. No, we don't have our own hats yet, but we're working on it. And then I also have to give a big shout out to our newest Patreon supporter, Sorcerer's Hat. I don't know your real name, but thanks for supporting us on Patreon. The show is not cheap to put on, nor is our channel cheap to run, and it runs at a negative. We're in the red every single month, but for the people who help support us on Patreon, like it means a lot, and it helps us defray some of the subscription costs for various services. So Sorcerer's Hat, thank you. And Matt Sonhalter is the other newest Patreon supporter, even though he's been here for like a month now. So thanks to all of you. All right. And with that, we need to talk about, I got to get this hat size right. With that, we need to talk about this week in Lorcana. But as you may have figured out, I am better when I'm hanging out with somebody and not doing this alone. So I'd like to welcome in this week somebody who's been on co-hosting many times before. I'm going to ask, I got to figure out how many times you've been on, Logan. But I'm going to bring in Zenulus, aka Logan, or Logan, aka Zenulus. Hey, Logan.
Well,
how's
hi.
it going?
It's pretty interchangeable at this point, not gonna lie.
Yeah. How is that for a terrible intro?
I mean, I've had worse, not gonna lie.
Yeah, just running behind here. It's been crazy. For those who are here every week, like you don't see it, but generally like the 15 minutes before showtime, I'm in the green room panicking, trying to load up assets and having a panicked, like half distracted conversation with whoever the guests are. So, yeah.
When he says he pulls it together every week, just for you guys, he really does. Puts his heart and soul into it the 10 minutes beforehand.
That's true. Yeah, that's right. Everything is packed into there. If you wait to the last minute, it only takes a minute, right? Yeah. So thanks for joining me this evening.
Oh, thanks for having me. Yeah, I love being around here. It's always an honor.
I appreciate that. Logan is somebody who I can ask like 5 minutes before the show, "Hey, you want to come on?" And every time I say, "Yeah, sure."
What else am I
so
doing on a Monday night than being prepared for the Illumineers?
I appreciate that. If only more people out there had that mentality.
Come on, like why doesn't everybody just have the Monday night thought of like, well, what if Liam last minute needs another guest?
That's right.
That's the
That's right.
mentality I have, and it's worked out. That's why I've been here so many times.
Well, I appreciate that. I should do one more shout out here. Victor is the yellow blue Roop Strong chat. This is pure gold from Ryan this evening. Alrighty, I should give one more shout out this evening to another channel. Some of you here this evening may be ICL refugees. I think they wrapped their season on Friday. So I don't know if Wonderland's doing any streaming tonight, but if you're usually watching the ICL and you're here instead right now, welcome. So shout out to the ICL. If you're not following them, you should be. But yeah, so Logan, a lot happened this week in Lorcana.
Oh man. So season 2 is officially launched, I guess you could say, right?
That is true. True.
I think that would be a good way to put it. And there were varying experiences of how that went on that day. So just I can go over my experience. So we were all waiting. All of Maelstrom was essentially like, I had the timer set. I had my meetings at work kind of blocked off, so I was fine for like when the tickets would go live. So I was like, yeah, I've got time. I can eat breakfast. I can take a shower. We're all fine. I get out of the shower and my phone's exploding, and everybody's like, the tickets are live now. You have to go now. So, get onto the website. It's not a great experience. I'm not going to lie to you. It was, I think within 25 minutes, they had to shut down pastimes because there was so much traffic that it was crashing the website. And then after they decided to move off of that, I think it was roughly 5 minutes before the original sale time of the tickets that they announced they were going to move it to Eventbrite. I was one of the lucky people in the initial wave of pastimes to actually get a ticket in a cart, but I couldn't load my order page, so I didn't know if I actually had a ticket until pastimes website came back up like 7 hours later. So some could say it was a stressful day for me.
Yeah. And you and a lot of other people. Yeah, it for those who didn't follow what's going on, like that, all of a sudden, yeah, everybody was waiting for the time, because everybody was used to last season, like noon or 11 or whatever time it was hitting, and just like the panicked refresh, like buying Taylor Swift tickets.
Yeah.
I think DLCs may have been harder to get into than Taylor Swift concerts. And everybody was waiting, and then all of a sudden there was word that they'd gone up early, and about 200 people got them. It was a very confusing time, and then they pivoted at the last minute, and and it was a real, I don't know, it was a rough moment, I think. And a lot of, it's funny, news happens so quickly, and things in Lorcana world and just like life in general move so quickly that this was last Wednesday.
Yes.
And it feels like it was ages ago, and we've had people talking about it and everything else, but
it really does. Like, now that you say that, because I had set champs this weekend, I genuinely hadn't thought about it until this moment. Yeah, gosh, man, it does feel like forever ago.
Yeah.
And definitely not the way we wanted to start off season 2. I think just coupled along with the website issues, coupled along with the amount of people that I think were just really, really put off by the early release schedule. A lot of negativity around how they handled the switch to Eventbrite, how they handled the talk afterwards, possibly during. I genuinely, they just have to do better with the next two DLC ticket launches.
Yeah. And if there's one thing, and like we'll talk about this briefly, we could honestly do, I'm sure you agree, Logan, we could do like a whole hour on just this,
Easily.
issue, but
Easily.
we're not going to dwell on it too much. But couple thoughts, because I weighed in a little bit on the official Discord server, which was on fire that day.
That one and Pastimes literally was burning to the ground.
Yeah, just like Discord server somewhere just catching fire, and but I want to take a moment to offer a couple thoughts on it, because I don't think we need to talk about too much why there were issues with, or why the three challenges and why we got started on the wrong foot already, and the locations and all that. That's all old news. But I do think that on the heels of that, everybody was getting ready to just lean into Milwaukee and embrace it, even though there's only 3 challenges. Everybody's hoping to get their tickets, and then to have this happen, it was a real feels bad. And so I don't think I need to go over like why it was such a feels bad for the community. I think we all kind of get it. But I did want to offer just a couple thoughts, because these have been rolling around in my head. I don't know. One is, the decision to switch to Eventbrite. Clearly that was crisis management in the moment.
Yeah.
And although in retrospect, we can look back and critique it and say, hey, this was probably not handled the right way. Probably should have left it until, waited a day and announced a new sale date when you could, explain, what's going on and maximize, awareness of the switch. But I'm willing to bet that there were a bunch of employees, probably at Pastimes, who their mission was to get that ticket sale going, and that's what they were focused on, and were trying to make the mission happen, and they made it happen. And so there's plenty to critique, but I don't think that was that was not a huge corporate decision to pivot. It was crisis management.
No, for sure. And I think like, just to be fair, in all honesty, I don't think we're talking about teams of hundreds of people here. I think both on Ravensburger and in Pastimes, I think we're talking about small groups of tens of people. And when the website is getting so much traffic that no one can refresh anything, you can't open new tabs enough to keep it going. When they get into the crisis mode of our only option is to shut it down and move location, that's not ideal for anyone. If anything, kudos to the person who was in the Pastimes event, who's actually over the Discord, who is answering people, trying to give questions, giving info as much as possible. In that sort of a crisis moment, when you have thousands of people just badgering you, hammering you, and all the negativity, I think they handled that situation as best they could, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think given the tools they had, they did the best they could in the moment to keep things rolling. Because I don't think there was ever a world where anyone was going to make the decision from a corporate level, or even had, whoever would have the power to make the decision to say, all right, we're shutting it down, we're refunding everything, we're starting over, we're putting a new start date. I don't think that was ever even on the table as an option.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think you're right. So I don't know. So the other thing that I did want to offer as well, as we look at all these decisions that are made going into challenge season, is Courtney's here and missed the Enchanted Chatter shout out. Just got to put the hat back on for a second. The other thing I wanted to offer, I do think we forget sometimes how difficult things are sometimes in a giant bureaucracy. And I'm basing this purely off my experience in a giant bureaucracy and how I imagine things are. I don't know any of this for sure, but not only do you have the Ravensburger game team in North America, but then you have Ravensburger headquarters in Germany. You also have various regional teams that have considerations and things to think about, and then you also have Disney with their own considerations. So it is easy to look at certain decisions and wonder why, and to criticize those decisions, and we should absolutely convey to Ravensburger and the game design team and whoever else when things could be better, because that's how we improve. And Ravensburger likes hearing that feedback. But I do think a little bit of grace sometimes is warranted when, I don't know. I just try to remember that there are a lot of competing interests in the bureaucracy, and sometimes there are factors at play that we may not even consider. What we can do, though, is provide our feedback, provide our criticism in a constructive way, and then look for improvements. And in this instance, I fully expect, I expect that for the next ticket sales, for the next DLC, this will not happen again. If it happens again, I mean, I will be here Monday night, and
if it happens again, I'll still be here Monday night.
yeah,
No, very much like to your point. Just to reiterate that, there's so many times even you look at some of the decisions that Ravensburger have made for XYZ reasons for XYZ things, right? And we could go on and on about, the things the community has wanted, the things we've wanted to do. Frankly, we just don't know what kind of red tape at the end of the day they really have to go through. On top of all of the other fun and challenging and insane things that go into running events and keeping things going in general, and moving big money, taking the big people in the chain of command it goes up through, we have no idea what kind of pull or rules or establishment that Disney has in place, that all of that has to go through before any of it can even happen. Maybe one day we'll have more clarity on that, but there's just so many things that, when we ask questions, sometimes it feels like we kind of hit brick walls. And I think there are reasons for that. And the reasons are probably like, we just don't see the red tape, and we may never. But at the same time, again, to just reiterate what you said, the small teams of people that we are working with here are not, the hundreds of people that other companies have. They don't have the resources other companies have. And I genuinely do believe at the end of the day, the people that are giving us information want the best for the game. And they are also as disappointed as we are when things like this happen.
Yeah. No, I completely, yeah. I mean, well said. Nobody involved in the creation of this game or the maintenance of the game wants it to fail. I could talk about other game companies where TCGs come and TCGs go, and or games come and games go, and those employees stay and they move on to the next game. That is not this. Everybody wants it to succeed. And I guess my ultimate plea is, for on the Ravensburger side, I know that they're listening, and I've consistently seen them take feedback, and I expect there to be improvements after this. And I know that they're listening. And on the community side, as much as you're able to, just give a little bit of grace to the people trying to bring us the best competitive season, because I think that's warranted. Don't please offer your constructive criticism. We all need that. And if you're a competitive player, somebody who craves competitive events, and you're going to move on to another TCG because you're not getting what you need from Lorcana, that's totally fine. Of course, that's what we do as TCG players. We find what brings us joy in the moment, and we go there. But I would say, I know that the team is working to improve things, and I have every confidence that we'll see improvements moving forward. I don't know.
No, for sure. I also think a lot of people tend to forget this game exploded way faster than they were ready for it to.
Mm-hmm.
The demand and things like that this game just has in general, because partly because of the Disney IP, partly because it is such a great game, it's gotten the interest of other TCG top players. No one expected this game to get as big as it did. I don't even think Disney believed that it would survive past the 6 to 8 months that, most TCGs live and die on, right? We're all, anybody who's working on the game and continuously making the events happen, I genuinely do think all of season 1 and up to now, they have continuously been on the back foot and have just not been able to facilitate the amount of people this game has drawn in, which is a good and bad problem to have. The good being, we do genuinely have such a fantastic community. We have grown amazingly. I've met some of the best people of my life through this game and because of this game. But at the same time, that also means with the scale of things are right now, not everybody can make it to all the events. For instance, I was talking to one of my buddies. His name's Kenny from Memphis. He plays Pokemon competitively and has for a number of years. He told me last year their biggest event in the season was a 4,000-ish person event in North America and a 5,000-ish person event in Japan, and there was a 10,000 person waiting list past that 5,000 in Japan. So other games are having this problem. It's not just us. And they've only seen the cat Pokemon. Game Freak, arguably the largest IP in the world, has just now this season increased their caps to, I think, above 3,000 players for this season for theirs. Now, granted, they do have more events than us, but they also have Game Freak money.
Yeah.
We don't quite have Game Freak money.
Yeah. Yet.
Yet.
The
thing that he reiterated, and it's something because I've shared my frustrations with him as a 2CG player. He's like, look, we only just now saw that cap this year. If you guys keep selling out events, you will see the increase that you're looking for. But until you've proved the concept and the company that is in charge of giving you the assets to keep that growth going actually sees that it's not a blip and sees there's some longevity to it, because TCGs are a very volatile market, you'll see the increase. So as long as the community keeps selling out things, we're going to see the increase. But unfortunately, in the meantime, that's just going to mean that there's going to be a good chunk of people who aren't going to be able to make it to events because there are only so many spots. Like, I fully expect that there's going to be a DLC this year that I won't be able to go to because I won't be able to get a ticket. I'm fully expecting that's going to be the case. I'm trying to make sure that's not the case, but I mean, at the same time, like there are only so many spots.
Yeah, no, it's a tough thing. I don't know. I will say too, before we move on, can talk about some good news. I fully admit that I have had, my perspective perhaps is a little rosier than many people, and perhaps yours too, Logan, because I know we've had the opportunity to meet most or many of the people, if not most of the people who work on the game in some capacity, and I never leave those exchanges, those interactions, not impressed by their passion for the game and the community, and the fact that they are good people who are trying to, do something great with the game. And so that probably colors a lot of the way I see things, because I know the people working on it are all, really good, talented, passionate people who want the game to do well. And so I fully admit that I probably, that colors a lot of my perspective. So there's a lot of trust there, but
no, for sure. Like, even on my team, I'm known as the grossly positive person, that even when things are going wrong, I tend to be the person that I tend to always have a positive spin on things. So yes, maybe I'm kind of a biased source of info when people talk to me, because there's like, oh, well, so many things going on. I'm like, yeah, but like, it's gonna get better. Like, we have so much growth and there's so much interest that like it's going to get better. It has to get better. There's no way it's not, with all of the money and support that's being pumped into the game. I mean, I genuinely do believe that in the next 5 years, that this is going to be a blip in Lorcana's history that we look back on and it's like, wow, that was a really tough time, but look how far we've come now. I genuinely think we can do that from the start of season 1 to now, just looking at how far things have come. We are getting significantly more communication than we've ever gotten in the past. We are, in general, having way more events than we have in the past, be it third party or just this year in the DLC season. I mean, there are more events this season. They're just not localized. They're trying to make it a global brand. Whether that's the correct call right now is not for me to say, because I don't have that much smart.
Yeah.
But I mean, the growth of the game and the demand of the game is obviously huge. I mean, just look at all the third-party events, from PPG to Ink, which we're going to talk about later.
Yeah.
To Charlie's, to your event that's going on this weekend. I mean, there are so many third-party events that are stepping up, and they also have hundreds of players that go to them.
Was that a segue, Logan? Because I feel like that was setting us up for a good segue here.
We are at about segue time, right?
Yeah, we are probably a little past it, but no, I have plenty more to say on this. We could talk about this all night, but if you all have thoughts, feel free to keep dropping them in the chat. I see them all there. And the positive, the negative. I see you, Mr. All-Star 23. I see you, Lorcana Kid, someone, all of those. I see all your thoughts. Keep sending them and send us some private notes too. Yeah, because everybody's feelings here are completely valid. And yeah, we want you to be heard. But on that note, you mentioned third-party events. Ravensburger has said one of the ways that they are trying to expand access to competitive events for their players and like official competitive events is to partner with third parties this year. And that is still kind of rolling out. But their first one, I believe, their first third-party partnership was this weekend in Washington. We had some community members who were up there. You see Enchanted Kim there, who did very well in the tournament up there. And these are her photos, by the way.
Yeah, she made day two.
She made day two. Very excited for her. And thanks for these pictures, by the way. You see Steve Warner over there in the corner, poking his head in, and Sarah there, Lorcana Librarian as well. JDZ was up there streaming. And on the right-hand side, you see an uncut sheet of Lorcana cards, which is one of the tournament prizes, which is just so cool. I want one of those in the worst way.
No, for sure. I think this, we talked about it beforehand. I think this is the first uncut sheet that's been given away as prizing. I could be wrong about that, but I do think it's the first one that's been given away as prizing.
I think so. And whoever won it, I'm sure I could look it up, but whoever won those, I will take down shelves here. If you don't want it, just let me know.
Just for a casual uncut sheet of set one steel.
Yeah, why not? It's got Gontu on it. No, it doesn't have Gontu on it, but
no. Wait. There's a set one Gontu, isn't there? Yeah, there's a set one Gontu.
I don't see him on this sheet though.
He's got to be.
I see.
Oh wait, no, it's repeating. I see a lot of fire cannons. I didn't
Beware,
look at it until just now.
Goon.
I thought it was in set order, and it appears that's not the case. There's just a lot of repeats. So it's Fire the Cannons, Hook, Aladdin, Hercules.
Yeah.
Okay.
And JDC Quest pointing out, who was there, by the way, saying it's only common, by the way, it's a first printing sheet, which is insane. And that's cool because first printing has some little nuances that are a little bit different. So that's super. So it's been kicking around for a while. Super cool.
No, it's genuinely amazing.
Yeah. And shout out to JDZ in the chat here for streaming that as well and getting up there and kicking around and bringing that, covering that. So super cool. And thanks Enchanted Kim for these photos and Sarah and everybody who went there. But yeah, it's super cool to see Ravensburger partnering here. I hope that this means bigger things in the future for other tournaments. Didn't
they say that they're going to be uncut sheets at the DLC prize walls?
Yes.
So
yeah,
we're gonna see significantly more of them in the future. Well, depending on how hard they are. Surely it's got to be harder to get than the Cindy playmat, and that was difficult in and of itself.
I think they're gonna be hard to get. But again, for anybody who gets one, I'm just putting it out there right now. I've got wall space here.
You have someone who will immediately take it off your hands.
Yeah.
For charity.
Yeah. I have one uncut sheet of cards, and it's the War of the Spark uncut cards from Magic that everybody has. That debacle. If you're in the chat and you have an uncut sheet of War of the Spark, if you're one of those people, let us know. If you know, you know. In a rolled up tube, RMB. That's how you transport it.
Now what you do is you fold it in half, crease it in the middle,
and
then do it again.
You get out scissors and you cut them out before you go. Right? That's how you
bring multiple playmat tubes and you just somehow roll them up into the multiple playmat tubes. Yeah. When you get home, you just tape it all back together, masking tape, because that's the best way on the back. Yep. And
fold it like a map. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, this is going on. This is super cool. It happened last weekend, and shout out to Ravensburger for partnering here and GeekFest for making it happen, and to everybody who participated. Super cool. Love to see it. On that note, I should mention we are going to get into talking about some other stuff first, but I do need to make a quick announcement here first. You may have seen in our show announcements that we're doing a giveaway this week. Some of you, that's probably why you're here. I'm sure not everybody's here just because they love to hear Logan and I yap on for a while, but courtesy of Ink Inc. This week we're going to be giving away not only a D100 set, but there's also a signed Magic Flower by Corey Godby. So those are two things, and maybe I'll give away some other stuff that I have kicking around here. I don't know. But we're going to do this at the end of the show. The rules of our giveaways generally are you have to be present to win. I'm going to drop in a moment a link to a Google form. This is the best way we found to do this. I don't know. There's probably other ways, but this is the way I like to do it. You go there, you fill out the Google form. At the end of the show, we're going to roll a random number on the sheet it generates, and we're going to see who wins. This is the best way to do it. So I'm posting the link now to the giveaway in the chat. If you're watching on Twitter, I'm going to have to go over there in a moment and drop it separately because Twitter integration with Restream is weird. If you're the one person watching on Facebook, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe you see the link. I don't know. But other than that, yeah. So if you're watching right now, go ahead and you can click that link in the chat and head over, fill out the form. And at the end of the show, we'll do that drawing, and somebody will walk away with a D100 set, and somebody else will walk away with a flower signed by Corey Godby.
Ooh.
So yeah, and thanks to the folks at Ink Inc. We'll be talking to them later on this evening about their tournament. But yeah, shout out to them for sponsoring this giveaway.
God,
all right.
You remember when the Disney 100, like when that thing first came out and the crate, I couldn't find one.
Yeah. Well, it went through this giant, at first you couldn't find them, and then they seemed to be everywhere because like there were a ton of them printed, and everybody was like, oh, they printed a lot of them. The cards aren't really playable. The gym was kind of playable for a while, but not really anymore.
No,
and
like
then,
there was like I was going to like PPG 2Ks, and like there was one guy that came up to one of my friend. He was giving away those promos just as like he sat down to play somebody. He's like, "Oh yeah, here's a promo. Remember me." We're like, "Okay."
Yeah. And then all of a sudden, like you weren't able to find them anymore. And I don't know if anybody's paying attention, but the prices of those have gone up quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And the graded cards out of that box set are pretty valuable.
I mean, I think that's the thing people forget about this game. It's Disney IP.
Yeah.
So any alternate art, Disney, anything that has an official artist who's worked on these things, who's gotten the Disney stamp of approval, this is going to hold value.
Yeah.
I think it was, who was it at CCS that said it best? He said, "Don't bet against the mouse."
Yeah. Right. So anyway, it's a pretty cool giveaway, and I'm excited to see it. Let's see. We have 34 responses already. Only enter once. I know if you enter it twice, I filter for that. I delete rows just to make my life easier on the back end. Only fill it out once. It will not help you to fill it out more than once. I know I see things. So on that note, we will talk to Matthew Dixon of Team Ink Inc. later for that drawing and talk about the Ink Inc. tournament coming up. But before that, we have another tournament coming up this weekend. Wanted to put it on everybody's radar for a couple reasons. So I'm excited to welcome in of Sharp Gaming, Philip Sharp, who's been hanging in the green room for a while. Hey, Philip.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going. How are you?
I'm doing great. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah. Just fine.
Fantastic.
And I've forgotten which scene I have over here, which is yours. Maybe this one? Yeah, there we go. Yeah. So I'm really excited to have you in just for a few moments here. We won't keep you terribly long, but I wanted to advertise this for a few reasons. One of them kind of selfish. But you have a big
self promo,
right? A little bit of self promo, a little bit. But yeah, Liam said enter 5 times minimum. I did not. Anyway, I did not. But anyway, yeah, this is your second or third big tournament, actually. Why don't you tell us about what you've got going on this weekend?
Okay, so yeah, this is the third big tournament we've done this year. This one is going to be a 5K main event on Saturday, and the top cut's going to be Sunday morning, and then we'll go into a 3K after that, and then if you happen to scrub out of the 3K, we're doing a store set champs starting at 2. Part of the rules with Robin's Burgers, you can't do cash prizing with store champs, so we're doing a separate event for that. And then all day Saturday and Sunday, we'll be doing winner boxes on demand. So it'll be a ton of fun. There's also an Elsa giveaway that we're doing for charity, and we're going to be raffling that off on Sunday as well. And it's a PSA 10, so it'll be big for somebody to win. And I'm just happy that we can help, give back to the community.
Could you pack anything else into the weekend, or was that literally everything you could do?
Yeah, it's going to be a busy weekend. We're going to have all the staff working, and we're bringing in, all sorts of people from the outside to help us make it happen. There's a lot of people. Before I started owning a store and all that, I didn't realize how much work goes into these events on the back end, and how thankful we should all be for judges, staff, and streamers, and everyone who puts in the work to make these things happen. And I just want to thank you all for allowing me to come on the show too and getting the word out, because it's something I'm extremely passionate about. I love putting on these events and seeing everyone in person again, and it's just always a great time.
So I was talking to Liam before this. I don't know if you remember me, because I remember your face now that I've seen you. I used to work in Fort Smith, Arkansas on my travel team, and it was the release weekend of Shimmering Skies. You were the closest game store to the hotel that my company had me stay at. So my buddy and I went, and I bought like 8 boxes of Shimmering Skies. And then my buddy, he's really big into Warhammer and figures, so he went to your other side of the store where you have all that. And I remember walking out of it, I was like, in Fort Smith, Arkansas, this is a really cool game store. This is way better than what I have. So every time your name pops up, I was like, I've actually been there in person. I just haven't been able to go to any of your big events because I don't travel out there for work anymore, and it makes me sad. So I'm going to have to actually make one, especially because I think Mo is around that area, right?
Yeah, so Mo is actually going to be one of our bounty competitors in the tournament.
Tell us what we get if we beat Mo.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, if you take a game off Mo, you'll be getting a pack of the most recent set, and then so Reign of Jafar, and then if you beat him 2-1, you'll get 2 packs, and if you 2-0 Mo this weekend, you'll be walking away with 3 packs from that match. So it'll be fun. It'll be a good bit of fun. The way that we did the bounties this year, or this tournament, is I got all of my locals together and I made them bounty targets if they wanted to participate. So I kind of joked that the last time that we had a really competitive scene here, and I got a little bit of pushback on that. So I guess this time I'm going to have to put some packs where my mouth's at and head out my locals, and we'll see how it goes. It'll be fun either way. But
we're now putting up product to prove it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome. Quick question on the Elsa raffle for our viewers here. Do people have to be present at the tournament to win?
No. We'll get a hold of you and we'll mail it. We mail stuff all over the world all the time. So that's getting it to you is not going to be a problem at all. And we'll live stream the raffle. So it'll be fun. Yeah.
So for anybody interested in that, this is a charity raffle for somebody in the community. It's anonymous, but somebody who is in need. So it's going to a good cause, and I'm going to paste the link here in the chat. That is the wrong. Maybe that's, I don't know.
That is a Discord channel, sir.
Yeah, that's the wrong link. Oh, look at that. I don't know.
Very professional.
Yeah, we're professional.
No hiccups ever here on the Illumineers.
I don't know what that's going to take you to, but that's to take you somewhere. Here's the link to the
I'm clicking on it now just to see.
I'm curious too. Let me know where we go. Look at that.
You see someone in the chat saying booking my last minute flight.
Look at that.
So, Fort Smith is a little awkward to get to. There's only flights from Dallas that come into here, but if you fly into XNA, Little Rock, or Tulsa, you'll save a lot of money, but you'll have to drive a little bit.
Do not, if you want to save money, do not fly directly into Fort Smith because it costs you your firstborn. And
yeah. They're very proud of their airport, I guess.
Yeah, they really are.
But if you do go, if you do want to make that last minute trip, I see you all out there talking about going in the chat. What I heard is you can participate in a minimum of 3 Lorcana tournaments. If unless you're top cutting all of them or one or the other, with plenty of other side events going on and some awesome community members who are going to be there. So, yeah.
Heard this guy Mo's bringing puppies. All right, boys.
Yeah.
Mo's about to take down the event and not lose any packs playing Puppy Rush. You saw it here first.
Puppy Rush
Mo came down a couple events ago, and he hands me a deck. He said, "All right, don't say anything till you flip through it all. Let me know what you think about it." It was the spiciest puppy deck I had ever seen in my life. I loved every bit of it. So it would not surprise me if he shows up running puppies this weekend.
Well, I hope he does.
Yeah.
I hope he does. You hear that, Mo? I hope he does. We're going to be here next Monday night talking about Mo Shamblin's tournament deck. So
Mo Shamblin's 5K winning puppy deck.
Yep. So make sure you're here. Well, that's it. I'm going to make sure we have, if you're interested in going or checking out the tournament, I'm going to make sure that I have a link to the tournament page in our show notes. Fort Smith, Arkansas at Sharp Gaming. You can look it up. Also, whether or not you're going, you can enter this raffle for an PSA 10 Enchanted Elsa, which I desperately want myself. So check it out. Oh, and I would be remiss if I didn't say, if you're not going and whether or not you enter the Enchanted raffle, JDZ Quest will be streaming with a couple other talented commentators there. So check out JDZ's channel if you want to see the tournament coverage and you want to see Mo crushing bounty hopefuls with his puppy deck. Come check out this.
Not losing a single pack because Fort Smith locals are actually insane at the game.
That's true.
They're definitely correct.
That's true. I will say the last event that I went to with a bounty, Zach Bivens had a bounty mat and he just at SSG and he just crushed everybody all day. And then he just gave away the mat on our stream the next week because he, yeah. So anyway,
Zach's just that good of a guy. So when Mo inevitably doesn't lose any packs, he's going to give away a 50 pack giveaway Monday night.
Yeah, maybe I've got packs sitting around too. Maybe we'll find out a way to give away packs for every game that Mo takes and doesn't drop. I don't know. We'll do something. Anyway, all right. Well, Phil, thanks for joining us. Any last minute thoughts or information? Anything that we forgot?
We're going to be having food trucks on site, so you don't got to worry about going anywhere too far for food. We'll have the Buffalo Burger Co., which they serve some of the best burgers that I've had in my entire life. They also have vegetarian burgers, which also slaps. And then we'll have the Philly Shack. So not sponsored by me, but they'll have Philly cheesesteaks all day. And I actually haven't ever had them, so I'm hoping that they're good. But the owners seem lovely.
If you don't have a McPhilly cheesesteak on the menu, it's a missed opportunity.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask them if I can pin MC up on their truck and just
there you go. There you go.
But,
it's free marketing, baby.
Excited and ready to roll. I guess there is one more thing I need to ask. We could use one more judge. So if there's anyone out there who just wants to come make some money judging, I need one more. Just hit me up on Discord at McPhilly. So.
Heard it here first. If you're near Fort Smith, Arkansas, and are competent and feel like you could judge, go help out Sharp Gaming.
If I've got some packs. If somebody volunteers before the end of the show, I've got some packs sitting around here. If somebody volunteers, if you get a judge before the end of the show who's watching right now, you let us know who it is, McPhilly. You let me know, and we'll give him a pack or two. We'll open it on camera here. I don't know. Nobody's going to do it just for a couple packs of cards, but I don't know. It's fun. I like opening.
I'll tell you what. I'll throw an enchanted set champs Jafar into the mix. Not only you get packs, you'll get a set champs Jafar.
Wow.
Hey.
You all heard it. Wow, we make things happen here. All right. So let's find a judge.
Minute, we throw it together.
That's right. Let's find a judge.
Makes a dream work. I love it.
All right. Phil, see you this weekend.
Yeah, I'm excited to meet you. So
all right. Yeah, I'm super excited too. Not excited for the travel, but excited to get there. So, all right, take it easy.
Thank
you. See, I'm terrible at signing people in and out. I always cut them off.
He said his piece. He told us about his pack. That's a packed weekend. That's way more than I mean, man, that's insane. That is, God. I wonder how much tickets are last minute. Maybe I can go to that.
You should.
What's my Friday look like? I've got nothing going on this weekend. Hold on. Tomorrow I'm going to do some adulting and see if I can figure it out.
All right. Well, let's, hey, maybe. So you folks, if you were on the fence, Logan may be there as well. And if that tips the scales for you.
I'm like 60%.
Maybe. Courtney, I'm flying, sadly. I'm flying. Otherwise, totally would.
You're
terribly
significantly
irresponsible
closer
flight.
than I am.
Yeah.
I'm like 19 hours away.
Yeah. All right. Well, we have other guests to get to. I do want to, I'd love to dwell on that, but instead we're going to move on. We talked a little bit about Mo's deck list, and they're going to run a set championship there. So we always like checking in on what's going on in the Lorcana community during set champs times to see what's out there, what's hot. Maybe people are brewing something spicy. For the last few weeks, last few months, really going into Worlds, we heard from a lot of Worlds competitors. This week, we're going to hear from somebody who's been doing well in the competitive circuit as a deck builder and a player, recently topping a 1K, who you probably haven't heard of before unless you're in their local community. But Speedy, very popular judge, sent me a note and he's like, hey, you need to talk to Alex. He is an incredibly talented player, a brilliant deck builder, and he's been crushing people with some of his innovative builds. So we have Alex in the green room, and we're going to bring him in right now. Alex, how's it going?
Doing good.
Doing well. Thanks for taking time to be here this evening and bearing with us, even though we're 20 minutes late bringing you in.
We told him beforehand it was going to happen.
I expected this.
We did warn him.
Yappers, right?
That is true. That is true. Let's go, Alex. Look at that. You have fans in the chat already.
I know. I'm so popular. Number one on popular, actually.
Really? Fascinating. Is it for this deck we're about to talk about here?
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Even though it's not a good deck, but
it won a 1K.
So, yeah. Somehow.
There are a lot of decks that cannot say that they won a 1K. So, I mean, you've already got the leg up on that.
That's true. It's true. It's definitely spicy.
Yeah.
But it's not my most spicy.
Yeah, interesting. So, yeah, Speedy sent me notes like, hey, check out this deck. Alex crushed some people at a 1K. This is interesting. We see Strength Matters has been rolled out in some like Amber Ruby builds. Usually it's used to for some extra reach, paired with aggro. But you're doing something different here. What's the plan for this deck?
So my initial plan was I don't like red blue. It's always control, so I just said I'll just change it. And I'm gonna be honest, doing this with any other color is better. Amethyst, amber, steel, it's just gonna be better. But it's funny with sapphire, right? But then I saw you could play Popsicle on one, play Bell on one, then play Tinkerbell or Flynn, and then you could play this 3-drop Cogsworth that gains 2 strength if there's an item in the discard. And I was like, that line is awesome. I have to play this deck. And I tested some games and it did not good at all. And I had a different deck in plan for the 1K. But my friends convinced me to do this. So they were like, it's funny, just go with it. And I did. And I got super lucky. Managed to win. Really don't know how. It has a lot of bad matchups. And I hit a lot of them. It just takes people by surprise, right? I mean, who's ready for a Baymax? You don't expect healing in Sapphire Ruby unless there's a Popsicle on board. All the high strength stuff is like, what does that card do? Like Li Shang, everyone had to pick up Li Shang.
I've literally never seen Li Shang played in real life ever.
I think he's good. It's underrated. I compare this deck in my deck building process to orange juice. Like if you took the pulp out of the orange juice and just chugged the pulp, like nobody wants to do that, but you can do it. And I did it and it worked.
What a beautiful analogy.
That's my method. I build trash all the time. I don't know if you have the other deck list.
I do.
But I played with. Yeah, we could look at that. I'll go back, but.
So don't look at my win K. Don't look at my 1K winning deck list. This is the actual one I want to talk about.
Explain my method. So I did brooms in set 5, which they were really good then, and people just didn't realize it. They were like, "What are you doing? You're playing brooms." And then DKP did it, and it was all cool. It's whatever. Same. I was doing Shark with Maximus and Fishhook and stuff. It was DKP before DKP did it, but suddenly it's all cool when he does it. Anyways, this deck I won at one of my local set champs, and probably the most competitive one I ever play at. 2-time champ now. But I just decided to blend brooms with illusions because I just like tribals, and this deck's really cool. I think for a post rotation, like a glimpse into post rotation, it has a lot of elements that we're going to see for the next 2 years. So it's very nice that illusions actually got me a win to prove that they're worth something. But my deck building process usually is just like, what do people not use? And I just try to make it work. Like puppies have been brought up a lot. I don't do puppies because everyone does it. It just doesn't work. I don't
Doesn't
know.
have enough support.
But,
You're right.
There's only so many decks I can make, right?
I can only make so many winning
Amethyst
deck
Steel is my
lists with
favorite color.
trash, right? Like
That's true. I can only play so many tournaments. That's the thing. I also play a lot of just in time since set 4, which Purple Pansy over there can tell you lots about just in time. It's just such a weird card. No one expects it or knows what it does, but the weird cards win a lot of games. I got 88th in Vegas for playing just in time, which is not a joke. I had made that deck the night before with just a bunch of other decks I had pieced together. I was just like, this is gonna win me, and it didn't, but it got me to let it go. So, I've been running with the saying after the 1K. I say anyone can cook, and I really mean that. I feel like it fits the Disney theme, and I've seen other people try to use unique cards and cool ideas, and they win championships all the time. Just no one sees it. But if it happens more often, then I think anyone can cook, and then people will cook. It's not everyone has the motivation to.
I mean, I think the thing we see so often is there are obviously powerful things you can do in Lorcana. And the more you kind of push that and play that, those decks get really, really tight and you can't move them around much. But then you'll see some random stuff that are powerful effects in Lorcana. They're just not that common. I think there's an Emerald Steel, Prince John, Sheriff of Nottingham deck that goes around, and my teammate Humble got by that at CCS. He was like, "What does a Prince Philip even do? Like, how does this even work?" So rogue
there goes all your
rogue decks
characters.
like this absolutely can do very powerful things, and in certain formats and in certain rooms, catching people off guard sometimes is more important than having a very high power level consistent deck. Like, not to say this isn't high power level or consistent, but again, it's just outside of the norm of what we see of top tier decks. But obviously, the surprise factor can get people, because even though you have something that you do that's really powerful, you have something that's also powerful. But if no one knows how to stop it or what the line is to look for, then you just get them with it. They're like, "Oh God, what's happened to me?"
Yeah, that's the best part. I think like a big part of the meta is everyone does kind of the same thing. Like once they know what you're playing, they mulligan for the same cards, and they know exactly what line they're going for. But when you don't know what you're trying to play against, you just throw a wrench in their plans, and they kind of just mess around and try to do their usual line. But if you have something that counters their regular line, you just stop their deck completely, and that's usually what I aim for. Like this, the 4-drop Bruno in this Amethyst Steel deck, being able to keep a character from readying at the start of their turn is really punishing, especially with characters like Smee, because they'll stay exerted and take damage at the end of the next turn. It allows Bruno to pick a target to either banish them and then gain damage for Bell to move the next turn. It's just not something someone expects. Like, my character is going to ready at the start of my next turn. I say, no, it doesn't. And suddenly they don't know how to play the game. So that's definitely my my method. Especially with the red-blue deck. What do you do against 5/5s all day?
You cry.
Yeah.
It's a Scrooge, and then it's a Prince John and another Scrooge. So fun.
And then a Maui for fun, and because of Tinkerbell, he gets to gain lore.
Yeah, you're like, oh, you can't gain 2 lore right now. Tinkerbell, Prince John, GG.
And now I've won the game because all of my guys are just way
Like, what do you
bigger
mean?
than you can handle. You don't have exactly be prepared. Good luck, nerd.
Yeah, right. Be prepared hurts for sure. I just love when you play a Prince John and they start playing a bunch of characters. They're like, oh, eventually I'll take out the Prince John. They play Baymax. They're like, oh, I'll stop playing characters now. It's kind of fun.
Yeah. Hi, Aaron, by the way.
Hi.
Um,
How are you?
good. How's things?
Things, yeah, are good. Yeah, it took me 2 hours to get our daughter down, and this is my first time on the show in like 8 weeks. So hi, everybody.
Hi, Aaron.
Crazy 8 weeks.
Hi.
Hey, Logan. Hey, Alex. It's good to meet you.
Good to meet you too.
Yeah. So I was excited. I came out and I kind of like pointed at Liam. I was like, should I like come on? And so anyway, hi everybody. It's good to be back. Sorry, catching up.
Look, lots of fans in the chat. The reality, as a quick side note, the reality of making content as parents of young kids, it's a lot. So yeah.
Yes.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for doing most of the parenting while I do Lorcana things.
No problem. Hopefully I can catch up to speed. And yeah. Hi everybody. Oh, thanks for saying hi. Yes,
Yeah.
normally I'm listening to you in one ear. I don't get to watch the show because the screen distracts our daughter while she's trying to fall asleep. And so I'm normally listening to y'all with one ear. But yeah, excited to actually be here today and participate in the conversation.
Good.
Yeah.
We're talking about decks and deck lists for a few more minutes anyway. Yeah, it's fascinating. I do want to echo as a fun note to get us back in. I want to echo what a lot of people are saying in the chat, which is when an opponent has to like read your card, that's like extra satisfying. I don't know what it is.
It's my favorite.
Yeah, when the commentators have to look up a card though, not a fan. It's the worst when as random commentator source, it's the worst when you can't even recognize the art, where it's like,
Oh no,
like sometimes you see the card and you're like, all right, that's an Iago giant spectral parrot. I vaguely remember what that does. Let me double check his stat
rather
line.
than like starting with Google Images being like Iago Lorcana.
Yeah, like I don't know what that is. That's when you just go, oh, there's a lot of glare down there. I can't tell what that card is.
You mean as a commentator, you don't have Dreamborn open at all times? Come on, brother.
Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. It is not a Rolodex. Baker's brain is, by the way. Baker knows everything.
Baker knows the sub name, the stats, what the cards do. He's insanely good at that. Like, what does the flavor text read? And like 9 out of 10 times, Baker's like, yeah, that's like set 3. Yeah, sure, Baker. It absolutely is.
Yeah, Baker.
Why you know that is
real handy when they were all prepping for Super Sealed for Worlds.
It's true.
He knew all the things.
It's true. Yeah. So anyway, so Alex, going back, what I hear you say is you do not want to do what everybody else is doing. You refuse to play the popular decks, and you like looking for ways to surprise your opponents. Yeah. So what do you have coming up? Any more set champs? Anything that we should look forward to in terms of you putting any other decks on the map?
I have a bunch more set champs, and I did get a ticket to Milwaukee, so I will be going there.
Very nice.
Hopefully doing well. I pray. Yeah, I have a bunch more set champs, and I've been cooking this weird deck. I don't know if it's gonna be good before rotation, but definitely post rotation to use a lot of those legendaries you thought were bad. But I have a deck that should make them all pretty playable.
Gontu?
He's gonna be gone. Imagine reprint Gontu. That'd be.
We were talking about what an amazing joke that would be if they just reprinted something.
Yeah.
Just to be like, again, for reasons.
Please stop. Please, we need playable cards,
but not too playable.
But you never know.
Just fringe playable.
Yeah.
Insane synergy coming up that that's what Liam's been banking on since set 1 with that card.
Yeah. So cooking up something fun.
Yeah, just always cooking. I was looking at new things. I got challenged to win a set champ with at least 16 puppies in my deck, so I will end up doing puppy. Can't wait to just turn sideways. I do love aggro though, so if you're looking at me and you want a control deck, I'm not your guy. Every time I do control, it just falls flat. Like I know how to build it, but the luck is just not there. But aggro, it's just it's like a puzzle, right? You know what they're gonna play, you know what their answers are. So if you can play around it, then you can win too early. I think it was my favorite part about Just in Time was Ruby Amethyst was super popular. So when I would Just in Time and Isabella and they couldn't answer it until Lady Tremaine 4 turns later, and I've already gained 16 lore, it was pretty fun. Like I enjoyed that.
You having fun
Also-
watching me turn sideways and play the game while you scramble to not be able to take out my character?
All those Buckies, man. I had to do something.
How do you beat Bucky? You put a character on the board that Bucky can't kill.
Yeah. Touch this evasive. Oh, plug for a second though. I did a deck breakdown of the 1K list on my channel, so that's why I'm not going to talk about it too much right now. And I will do a deck breakdown on the Amethyst Steel Illusion deck. I didn't upload too much recently, but I think if the decks are winning, then I should probably talk about it. Anything to make like off meta popular. And I know you've probably seen the 1K list online. I have seen it everywhere, like posted people playing it in set champ. So that's awesome. And hopefully people want to play aggro more, because everyone says aggro is bad and you have to play control or whatever, but it's just not the case unless it's
As
Amber
people-
Steel. That's
I was gonna
valid.
say, as people forgot that Ember Steel and Lady Doc exists, apparently.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's the worst.
Yeah.
But then it has removal, so I don't count it.
It has cards that aren't
Not
characters.
real aggro.
It out controls some of the control decks. That's
There are
vile.
4 cards in there that doesn't say gain lore. This is trash aggro deck.
Yeah. Aggro. Yeah. Oh, that's fun. Well, so how can people find your channel?
Illuminator of Fortune on YouTube that's the only one that pops up. Let's go for that. It's right there on screen right now.
All right.
I don't really
Yeah.
know how else.
Yeah. Well, so what we'll do, I'm gonna try to pull it up and put a link here in a minute, but I risk losing my window. It's my computer's crazy. But I will put a link to your channel at the very least in the show notes. So if you're watching this later, or if you after the show, if you want to find Alex's channel, check out the show notes and go over there and hit subscribe. And you'll see some fun, crazy, wacky builds that win. The best.
That's the plan.
The most important part, they're winning.
Yeah.
It might just
That
be
is,
me
like,
though.
Like the key to a good deck is that it can win things.
And
the number 2 most important thing about a good deck.
yeah, right. When is it fun? Two, does it win? I don't know. The priority of those things differs between certain players. But anyway, but yeah, and maybe next week.
I was thinking number 1 was that it was shiny, and then number 2 is that it
Oh.
won, and then number 3 is that it's
Well, it depends on who you ask. For R&B, that's number 1 before anything
Yes.
else. You
Yeah,
cannot.
exactly.
If the card's not shiny, you can't play it in the deck. So
100%. 100%. Isn't that right, Ryan? Yeah. I fully believe that Tamatoa Happy as a Clam was created for Ryan. Like, I think that was the same way Sail the Azure at Sea was created for Sailor. Anyway. But no, well, can't wait to see what you're brewing up next, Alex. Thanks for being here. And I'll make sure to get a link to your channel in the show notes. And I can't wait to next week, Monday night, be talking about your puppy build that you've just taken down another set champs with.
We'll see.
Any closing thoughts? Anything that we missed?
Just try to build a deck. If you have a card that you like, play with that card, build a deck around it, or send it to me and I'll do it for you. But just don't follow everyone else's footsteps, right? Just go your own way, like Fleetwood Mac, and you can win with like the craziest things.
First
don't
chapter
give up hope.
Go.
See, that is harder.
And he immediately crushes Aaron's dream.
Not every card.
No,
You can ink that one, though.
dreams. Liam's been trying to make first chapter Gontu work. Like, it's like, stop trying to make that happen. It's not gonna happen.
Maybe there's an errata coming.
There's a point when you have to have an intervention with people if their favorite card is set 1 Gontu, and you're just like, look, I enjoy your passion for this card.
That's totally fair.
I do want to shout out this random story, but I just love it. Those may not be, some people may not be aware, but previously Cameron of Illuminators of the Magic Kingdom, and I forget he rebranded, and I'm blanking out on his rebrand, but brought in an all steel deck to the Atlanta DLC. And 2 claims to fame that weekend were, 1, he did win some games with all steel, like no other color. And then 2, I do believe he got a Gontu into play at least 1 time. So there, in the history of Lorcana, there have been Gontus played
Once.
at the highest competitive level.
Once. At one time.
But it has happened.
That is true. Yes.
Just ink it.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, this is fun, Alex. I can't wait to see what you're bringing up next, and we're gonna have to do a video or something because I don't know. I love what you're bringing, and it'd be fun. So, thanks for stopping by, and I know this won't be the last time.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds
Keep
good.
it going, man.
Yeah, thank you.
It's awesome. All right.
I love seeing that. Not only is he younger, but
18.
he's also not only is he younger, he's doing something that just not a lot of people are doing and doing well with it. I wish I was that creative when I was 18.
Yeah, me too.
I'm sure you were great, Logan.
I was learning to play guitar.
See, look at you being all creative.
Yeah,
It's a different kind of creative.
Yeah.
that's fair.
If I could go back in time, like, there's this game called Disney Lorcana that's going to come out. You're going to be in your 30s. You got to prepare now.
That's right. Learn all the Disney references, learn TCGs. One thing I will say on that, it takes, I've always believed it takes like incredible courage to bring like off meta decks into big competitive events. And even when you're a good player, right? Because if you are a talented and creative player, if you believe that you're one of the best in the room to play the game, there's an incentive to bringing the best deck that everybody else is playing and just playing it better. Like if Ruby Sapphire is the best deck in the meta and you are one of the best Lorcana players in the world, or you think you're a very good Lorcana player in your community, like you just bring the best deck and just beat everybody with it. So when I see players like Alex or like Zach or like Ed doing some tweaks to popular decks and dropping all the genies, things like that, Mo with some of his creative builds, I don't know. I have a lot of respect for the courage it takes to go into a competitive event where there's real prizing on the line, where there's money on the line, and taking a shot with a deck that they've brewed.
No, absolutely. I mean, how many times have we looked at an Ed Chu? We call it the two liners because it's just two clean lines of all four ofs. And everybody's like, why did this work? And I was like, well, because Ed knew what the most popular deck in the room was. And he was like, this beats that. And if I run into not that, then I lose. But if I do, then I win. And like the absolute courage it takes to have that knowledge and be like, this is going to work out for me.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's why you see them so consistently at the top, because they're willing to take those risks because they believe in themselves that hard and they believe in their just theory crafting that much. I need to get better at that personally, but we'll get there. Season 2 is a fresh field.
Yes. Oh man, Fabled is going to be like a deck builder's dream. I feel like just clean slate. I'm preting excited.
Sorry,
I'm
I feel like
wonderfully
I missed something
excited
in the chat because they're talking about orange juice pulp, and I don't know what's going on.
Oh, it's Alex. He's saying his deck building method was like, to do what everybody else isn't doing. A way you can drink orange juice is throw out all the juice and just drink the pulp. You can do it.
You could. Yeah, I love it. Man, chat is awesome tonight. Okay. So we do have one more. Actually, before we get into the last segment, Logan, any closing thoughts on that segment with Alex?
I really like the way he put it. Just using his phrase, anyone can cook. I still to this day genuinely believe anybody can pick up Lorcana and get to the highest competitive levels if you put in the time and you want it enough. Obviously, we see a young man there that's doing something that's different from everybody else. He's innovating. He's doing it his own way. Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah.
If you are passionate about the game, if you're passionate about a card, if you want to get to a certain level, just try it. Believe in yourself a little bit to have the ability to get there. And I genuinely think anybody can get there. I mean, look at that. 18-year-old who's winning 1Ks with his own brews that no one else is playing or has played. And even himself was like, this is a bad deck. And I got lucky. But it was good enough to win a 1K.
Yeah.
None of the decks that I've built myself have won a 1K. So.
No. Yeah. Neither me either. Although I was playing Cuzco in set 1 when it wasn't cool, and
I really like this.
crushed with Cuzco. That's my one. That's my one. I don't know, tech anyway. Bibbidi bobbidi boo. All right. So before we have one more guest to bring in. Before we do that, I want to take just a quick moment to highlight a couple decks that you kind of spied at a recent event or in the recent set champs. Logan, you sent me a couple lists you want to just really quickly highlight.
Yeah.
So I'm going to pull them up here. This is one. Jello is the deck name.
Yeah. So I went to 2 different set champs this weekend. I went to one on Friday, one on Saturday. Friday made top 4. Saturday I was able to split the finals with the person who took me out in the Saturday one. But this deck made top 8. It was something everybody in the room was talking about. He was absolutely destroying all of the Ruby Sapphire decks in the room. And I was like, really, guys? Is it that bad? And then I came by and I saw 2 Emerald Chromicons on board. And I was like, hold on. Tell me more. This is my favorite card in the entire game. It always has been. Anybody who knows me, Emerald Amethyst has been my favorite color combination forever. Emerald Chromicon is my favorite card in the game. So I was biased just wanting to shout this out. But yeah, the deck caps out at 3 ink. You pay 3 ink and you can play every card in the deck, sans that Pegasus, but you're shifting him anyway. So yeah, I mean, it just looked super fun. So if you're looking for like an aggro variant to take, try this out. I don't know. I mean, he made top 8 in a very stacked room, I might add. We had 30 players Sunday. Me, Ben, and Melissa from TFM were there. The guy who won the set champs the day before was there. A whole slew of incredibly competent players, and this rose to the top.
It looks cool. It's got Go-Go in it, so you know Mo Shamlin's a fan. Yeah, I mean, it looks fun, looks fast. Yeah, the Chromicon gives you a little bit of bounce. This, I mean, yeah, looks cool.
He had 2 Emerald Chromicons on board, and it was just the most fantastic thing I've ever seen. It was like, oh, cool, you took out one of my characters, you get to have no board now.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, looks fun, looks rough. If you're playing against it, these aggro decks, I mean, the anxiety in the first like 3 turns when you're playing against them as they're going, as they're putting 6-8 lore on the board is always it's
terrifying.
Interesting, but yeah. But anything with a Pegasus shift line, I love as well. So yeah, super cool.
Oh, he got so many people with the Pegasus shift line because people forgot what the Pegasus shift line does.
Yep, everything evasive.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, and I challenged. And he goes, you don't, because you aren't playing an evasive deck.
Think again.
Yep.
And next turn, I have 16 lore on board.
I love a good evasive deck.
All right. And one more deck, just for fun. So Ramp Wheel.
Yeah, so this is the one. This deck actually made the finals at the Saturday set champs. Just playing a lot of cards I haven't seen in a long time. The Ramp Mickey, the Ramp Donald Duck, Smash of all things, Grab Your Swords. It made the finals, man. I mean, if you're looking for a Sapphire Steel deck to play, this made it. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like the old days. You just ramp, play one of your singers, sing wheel, have a good time.
I love it. The nostalgia I'm getting with Detective Mickey in this list is it hits really hard.
There's new flavors, but this very much so like feels like what you would see back in like set 3 Sapphire Steel.
Mm-hmm.
It does. Robin Hood shift in there. Yeah, two copies of Grab Your Sword.
Yeah.
I mean, what other than I guess there's the duck and then the Pete. But other than that, I mean, Azurite from Shimmer. Yeah, no, it's fun. I like it. Tag R&B. Get him in here.
Oh, Boomer Sapphire Steel. I was gonna say it's like
Boomer Sapphire Steel.
Vintage Sapphire Steel.
Back in my day when Smash was premium removal.
As Scott Cypher would say, Pepperidge Farm remembers.
I do indeed remember.
No, it's funny. It's funny you mentioned this. We're going to talk about this in just a second. But yeah, so tied to this, and I apologize to our guests still waiting in the green room because we're going to close this out here. But tied to this, you sent a couple pictures from this weekend, which I thought were hilarious.
Yeah.
This is one.
So I wanted to highlight the hilarity that happens at set champs and Lorcana sometimes. I don't think we give enough credit to some of the wild board states you'll see. So if you look at this one, you notice there are 4 Cogsworth in play against Amber Steel. So, you know, the Amber Steel player lost, obviously, because there's literally nothing you can do that can break through Forge Cogsworth. I just looked at this. I was walking by and saw this board state, and I was like, "What's happening? How did we get here?"
I mean, when the third one drops, and if you're playing against this, you're already thinking like this is ludicrous, and then the fourth one comes out, and it's like this is scripted.
Where's the paid actor in the room? Come on, man.
Right.
I was impressed enough that he found 4 Cogsworth, let alone played all 4 of them onto the board, and no one had won the game yet.
That is true. That is true. There's a scenario I feel like probably not in like the top cut of this, but there's a scenario where I'm playing this deck and I'm trying not to win the game too fast because I just want to get all of them on the board. That's like an achievement in WoW. Like you put the 4th Cogsworth on board and then the little thing pops over your head and says,
little golden banner comes up and you just get that like rush of dopamine. I mean, again, like I said, he made the finals with his deck, so it went through. And again, that room was also a very stacked room. If you're looking for something else spicy to play, I mean, like this might be it. Just play 4 Cogsworth and laugh as nothing on your board takes damage from anything in the game.
Laughs and be prepared. Cogsworth. Chat is on fire tonight. Yeah, it was after that moment the table was flipped. Yeah, you know the start of movies where like it just like I'm imagining a movie where it cuts in and like the table is like already in the air and it's freeze frames. You may be wondering how we got here. That's me.
The 4 Cogsworth on board beforehand.
Yeah, trying to make Steam achievements in different. Yep, 100% am. All right, there's one more fun picture you sent. Not quite as funny as the 4 Cogsworth, I feel like, but just another.
I don't know. I thought this was hilarious. So this was Ruby Amethyst versus Ruby Sapphire. The Ruby Amethyst player plays the 3 libraries, and then the next, I think it was literally the next turn, the Ruby Sapphire plays was, "I see your libraries and raise you manners," and I was like, "What is happening?"
That's cute. Yep. My mansions have libraries in them.
Yeah, just another moment of like set champs hilarity that I feel like can only happen at a Lorcana set champs. But I mean, like, just look at it. Just look at how beautiful that is. Look at how much ink is on the board. That stack of of cards is his inkwell. Which, you know, tells you at what point in the game this Ruby Amethyst and Ruby Sapphire game was at. But even still.
Yeah, that's just funny. I do.
I love that you just like get to that point in the game and you're like, I'm gonna just sit here and just we're just gonna cruise on into the end of the game.
Yeah.
How many be prepares do you have left?
I love
Speedy, that's exactly what I was thinking. So I was like, that is an Ed Chu move. If I
yeah,
ever saw one.
and Ed Chu getting shout outs from the chat here. Ed Chu said, I'm in this picture and I don't like it. We now so thanks. What you don't know is now we have to pay licensing fees to Ed to be able to use this in the video. Yeah, so there you go. We now owe Ed a foil McDuck Manor for this. But no, so the picture is funnier when I hear your sequence of events that the libraries are played and then the manners of the response. That's really funny. And Color saying the fact they didn't arrange the locations the same is upsetting. I agree. Keep
your board clean, people.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, in any set champs you're playing at, I mean, just after you finish your games, go walk around, see what's going on, because you're gonna see some funny stuff going on, because there always is at set champs.
That's true. We need to. Man, I love doing random giveaways that is a pain in the butt to follow through on because I'm terrible at mailing things. But we want to see your funny pictures. This is fun. If you're at a set champs and you have comedy gold going on out there, or you're playing in a game and something hilarious happens, pause the game for a moment, take a quick picture.
Like, I have to take a picture for the Illuminators.
I have to take a picture of the Illuminators. Send us your comedy gold, and we'll feature it here. And I don't know, maybe send you a pack or deck box or something. I don't know.
Or love,
or a sticker, or I don't know, a channel sticker or whatever I can follow through on. But yeah, we want to see your comedy. It's funny. Well, thanks for that, Logan. That was a treat.
Yeah,
And
no, I mean, genuinely, those 2 moments, barring everything else that happened, just kind of made my weekend. And it was just one of those moments where you look at it, it's like, this is why I play the game, for funny stuff like this to happen. Because, seeing the standard plays and like seeing things happen, like, yeah, whatever, it's kind of scripted. But then you walk over and there's like 4 cogs worth on board, and you're like, how did we get here? Wait, what if I missed? Something has either gone terribly wrong or horrendously right.
Yep. That is amazing. All right. I feel like we need to get to our final guest because we've left him in the green room for way too long. Well, probably like 15 minutes too long. And I apologize because he's in Eastern time. But the last thing we're going to do this evening is talk about the Inc. Invitational coming up, a fantastic tournament series that's been growing in popularity. Really hit the map early on with their first big event, and every event afterwards seems to get bigger. And I think now we can put it up there for sure. Or of course, it's on the pantheon of Lorcana third-party events that people pay attention to, want to go to, and that's worth spending time and money to try to get to, along with like CCS, SSG, and some of those other big events, PPG circuit perhaps. But anyway, Inc. is a fantastic event. I can't wait to go to my first one day. Excited to welcome in Matthew Dixon of Inc. Matt, thanks for hanging out in the green room for so long.
Yeah, no, I'm bad with time zones, so I came in early, and I was like, I'm going to be here for a while, and just enjoying the show. Thanks for having me.
Oh, thanks for. I'm sorry, I'm terrible at.
No, you said exactly what you needed to. I just didn't read it. Totally.
We're card game players. We don't know how to read. What are you talking
about? Math is hard. Math is for blockers.
Didn't they say that like math is for losers or something?
Math is for blockers.
Okay.
Math is for it's a Magic reference. Math is for Cogsworth players or Cogsworth opponents. Before oh goodness gracious, getting shout outs in the chat already. Caller giving you huge highs. So before we get into the conversation with you, Matt, I want to remind our audience, if they came in late, or perhaps if they've just forgot, we are doing a giveaway this evening on behalf of Inc. That's why hopefully a lot of you are here. The way we do giveaways on our channel right now, anyway, we have a Google form. I'm going to post the link in the chat one more time here. Go and enter. Only enter once, so I don't have to filter out a bunch of duplicate rows because I have to do that. Only enter once, and then you have to be present to win. We'll do the drawing near the end of the show. You just chime in the chat, let us know you're here, and then you'll win a D100 set. Or I don't have it on this picture, but there's also a signed copy of Magic Golden Flower by Corey Godby. Fantastic Lorcana artist. Magic Golden Flower throwback all the way to set 1.
Oh, there it is. Matt's showing it on screen.
There it is.
Yeah.
Boom. Watch this. Boom. In gold, Magic Golden Flower in gold ink. How apropos. So really cool.
Put
so
the form in the chat. Put the form in the chat.
Oh, okay. Form is in the chat.
Yeah, I just want to give Godby a shout out. I was reaching out to different artists for someone to come and sign at the Inc. Open in September. And I reached out to him and he responded back and was like, oh man, I can't make it. I've got another obligation. Can I just send you some stuff to raffle off? And literally sent us some cards and a couple things signed just to raffle. No cost, no obligation, just keep doing what you're doing. So
what a guy.
Big shout out to him.
That's awesome. I love when Lorcana artists are connected to the community like that and take the time to connect with fans and TOs and everything. It's really cool. Especially the OG Lorcana artists, the ones from set 1.
Mm-hmm.
Super cool to see.
Yeah.
And Corey not only did Magic Golden Flower, but you may recognize him from one of the most important, beautiful, and iconic cards in Lorcana. Sergeant Tibbs, I believe, was also Corey Godby, if I'm correct. I might be wrong, but anyway, so there you go.
He'll know.
Yeah, right. Anyway, all right. So that form link is in the chat. I'll have to get over to Twitter. I'll navigate over there in a moment and drop in Twitter chat. But if you're watching on Twitter, just come over to Twitch or YouTube.
Why is it that every time I listen to one of these shows, there's always one random person in Facebook, and no one ever knows how they got there?
I
There's
don't
no
know.
random people in Facebook right now.
That's true.
They left.
There was one earlier, and they were like, "I'm the one person in Facebook tonight, and it's lonely here, so I'm going to migrate over to YouTube." And I was
A lot
like,
of people have come over to YouTube.
"Yeah, look, okay, I
Oh,
was right.
hey.
Yeah, White Rose too. Look at that
Ooh.
caterpillar. Look at that great art. Yeah, set 1, 2, 3, beautiful, and he has a great signature too.
it's
Fantastic
great.
signature, yeah.
Yeah.
So if you come into the open, they'll be in the raffle. So
Yes. I know there's some signature collectors here in the chat. So some folks definitely excited about that. I do have to mention one other thing. You mentioned this in the private chat earlier, and I'd be remiss if I didn't mention it because I haven't yet. Earlier in the show, for those of you who are here, you remember there was an appeal from Sharp Gaming for a judge to come on down there for the weekend, this coming weekend, and judge and help out. And we said we're stingily, I said we'll open a pack or two on camera for you, which clearly was not a generous offer compared to Logan, who then chimed in with a card he would offer you. And then Matthew Dixon in the private chat was like, "Hey, Ink Inc. will throw in 10 packs. So if you were on the fence about the card and the packs on camera, if 10 packs pushes you over the edge to want to go, there could be an enchanted in there. There could be 2 enchanted in there. Ink Inc. said he'll throw that in.
The packs could be anything. It could even be enchanted.
It could be enchanted. It could even be a boat. Longboat is a card. I mean, depending on the set.
that is true. Yes. Be a ship in the background. I don't know what set is it coming from, Matthew.
I've got a whole collection of sealed product that we use for different stuff. So I didn't actually look and see what I have open, but
a mystery pack opening
Mystery
for any
pack.
judge who wants
Mystery
to go
pack.
to Fort Smith to judge.
You never know what you're gonna get.
It could even be a boat.
It could even be a boat.
I'll send them to Arkansas with Matt Hash, the team manager, is going out to play in the event. So, and hopefully someone from our community wins the PSA 10 Elsa because he's offered to bring it back. So,
oh man,
already bought my
man.
tickets.
Oh yes, all right. That's so good of you. Ink Inc. is supporting everybody. Well, why not? For those who aren't familiar, I'm sure everybody's heard of Ink Inc. At least the Invitational. People may also know that you have a team up there. Can you talk to us a little bit about Ink Inc. and who you are, what you're doing? Just familiarize anybody who might not be familiar with you all in the audience.
Yeah, sure. So Ink Inc. is a team of now 12 players. We are all based here in the DC, Maryland, Virginia region. There's the DMV locally. So Matt Hash is the team manager. I'm the tournament organizer. And then we have an amazing head of production, Key Issues Garrick from Garrick's Lorcana Lair. And we have our team captain for player acquisition is Scott Chevron. And we really are focused on the mission of Ink Inc. is really to be kind of a pillar of growth and cohesion of Lorcana within the DMV. We realized really early on that there was never any big events here. The DLCs weren't coming here, so we wanted to create a space for that and create competitive events to help the local community improve and be able to show up to a DLC and put DMV on the map. And you can't do that with just practicing on Pixelborn. It really takes an investment in the entire community. So we put in the digital infrastructure with the Discord. We started hosting the live events and said every time we filled it, we would double it until we couldn't. We've been doing our store partnerships with other teams, investing a lot in getting content creators out to the events. And we just really feel like we're building something special. And it's been great. It really is intended long-term to be a 3-prong approach. So we have our competitive team. Of the 12 of us, 11 of us will be at Milwaukee. The only person who's not is our teammate Jake, whose wife or fiance unfortunately would not let him move the wedding so that he could go to the DLC.
Can have it at the DLC.
Yeah, right?
Can you think of a more magical moment?
The magic of Disney, right? So anyway, so we have our competitive side, and then the tournament organizing side is you don't make money doing tournaments, but it is part of a bigger plan. And myself and Hash are working a lot on the business side of Ink Inc. with an intent of setting up the infrastructure for our own space in order to be able to have more control over our growth, and looking at some big ideas around how we would structure that and some different business models that we're hoping to be able to launch some more news about later on this year. So if you haven't come to an Ink Inc event, come check us out, because they are a lot of fun.
So as a player, I've been to every large Ink Inc event. I've been fortunate enough to be able to go to every Ink Inc event. The first one, randomly enough, I didn't know was going on. And then Garrick messaged me, I think it was the weekend before. He's like, hey,
Yep.
somebody dropped from the Invitational, and we'd like to have somebody with a name come on. Would you want to come out? And I was like, yeah, sure, why not? And then I go, and I knew Garrick. Obviously, I've known Garrick for quite a long time. He's worked with Maelstrom for quite a while. And then I got to meet all of you guys, and the tournament was so well ran. You guys clearly took a lot of care into making sure everything happens as well as possible. And then I go to the second one, and it's even better. So,
minus the lack of air conditioning.
Listen, we're not going to talk about that. That's fine. we all made it through the day. It was fine. You guys had water. You guys had free water to give to people. You guys could direct everybody. There was a little mall that's nearby, so if somebody needed to go cool off, there was AC over there. So as a player, I'm going to be supporting Ink Inc as much as possible going forward. Anytime you guys are running an event, that's where I'll be. This next one, I'll be there. So if you want to see me and say hi, do that. But yeah, just fantastic events you guys put on. Fantastic team you guys have. The production is always top notch, from the stream to how you guys keep everything as far as scheduling. I mean, your events are by far one of the best that I've attended through my Lorcana tenure.
Thanks, man. That means a lot. We really appreciate the kudos. We put a lot of love into it, and
it shows. It really shows.
I think that the part that makes it easy is that me and Hash go into red, at least to some degree, on all of these events. But we put a ton in upfront, knowing that the community is going to show up, and that we're going to make most of it back through sponsorships and different things, and every penny of it's worth it, because it is. I'm a fanboy when it comes to content creators and being a part of the community. I grew up, the generation where first to get a video game system as a gift, getting a Nintendo. So to me, I've always wanted to be the cool kid in a game that was part of something, and to be able to be the center of the community here in the DMV, and be able to offer an opportunity to bring people out to be a part of it has been really, really cool.
Oh man, sometimes people say things and you don't know how to follow it up because it's just so good.
How do I not taint this moment?
Yeah, right. How do I maintain the wholesome level that we've just hit here? But no, I really appreciate that mentality, and it's interesting when drawing the connection between what both of you have said. Matt, when you talk about how much you value the community and how you do some of these events at a loss for the community, and then Logan, hearing you talk about as a player how much how awesome those events are and well run, and how you feel welcome and all that, and that those things are connected. And I don't know, love to hear it. So your next big event, Matt, one of the things we're really here to talk about, in addition to kind of telling people who you are, is this next huge tournament you have coming up. Where did I put the banner? Somewhere here. Is it this one? Nope. Wrong one. This one's good too, though.
Sharp Gaming this weekend, July 26th, 27th.
Yeah. All right. Hold on. I got to load this scene up. I'm prepared, I swear. But no, so let's talk, while I pull this up, let's talk a little bit about the Ink Inc Invitational that you have coming up, or the big tournament you have coming up in September.
Not Invitational, Open this
Open,
time.
yeah. Sorry. Yeah. I'm so used to throwing Invitational on the end of that for some reason.
The alliteration was so beautiful. We were sad to have to walk away from the Invitational name. So because the second invitational filled at 128 players, we kept to our promise and we were going to double. And so we started planning it as a 256 for the Ink Open. And somebody came to us and was just like, why not do a second event on Sunday? And we started looking at it and talking about it. And we're like, yeah, it was more doable than we thought. So this is our first multi-day, multi-event. And we thought it was perfect to do it as a part of Fabled with the rotation. So it'll be a 256 player core constructed rotation on Saturday, 9 rounds. And then the top cut will probably end up having to play Sunday morning. And also during Saturday, we're doing our first youth event. We're going to cap it at 32 players. It's 14 and under. I've got, I think, 20. Oh, sorry. I think we've got 20 so far. And one of our sponsors, Game Haven, local game store, actually donated all the boxes for that event, which we're super excited about. And then on Sunday, we're doing the 128 player Infinity event to give some props to that, to the new format. And a couple big things about the event that we're really excited about that I just definitely wanted to make sure we highlighted. We are going to do a cosplay event for the first time. It'll be on Saturday and Sunday. So Saturday's theme is going to be heroes. Sundays is going to be villains. And we decided not to do it as a competition. We've got a couple really great cosplayers in our community, like pillars of our community that love it. And after some conversations, oh yeah, love Rob. Had a really good conversation about how cosplay brings the light and levity to an event and how nobody can take cosplay and the joy of it away from you when 97% of the people who come to a big event lose, but everybody should win from cosplay. And I just loved the way that Rob talked about it. And that's what I want. So we're encouraging, it doesn't matter if it's just a t-shirt of your favorite Disney character, but we're just going to give away random prizing to people who participate. And so that's really, we're super excited about that. Friday, the day before, we're doing a Meet the Caster event. So if you look at the broadcast team along the bottom, so Baker, Kawa, and Kimberly Ann are all flying in from Europe. JDZ's coming back, Color's coming back, and then J-Bomb's coming to join us for the first time out of Chicago. And then obviously our awesome head of production, Garrick, will be running the show. But yeah, with the focus on community, we want to try to continue to always bring the casters on site and give the community a chance to meet them, because they bring this to life, right? Like none of them are making a full-time living on Lorcana as much as all of you should. But to get a chance to not just be strapped to a booth, but be able to interact with the community and sign cards and hang out and get to know people was really important to us.
I appreciate that quite a bit. I will echo what you said, and something that you said early on too, just to put an exclamation point on this. There's not a single person, I don't think, in the Lorcana space, whether it's content creator or caster or tournament organizer, who is making money on this. I don't think. There may be a couple who are squeaking by a few $100s a month, but content creation and casting and commentating, all of that costs money. And so everybody's in it really at the moment for the love of the game. And so
the pure love of the game,
the pure love of the game and the community. So like to hear you talk about wanting to connect those people and do that for the commentators, for the cosplayers, for the kids, all the people you're trying to support, like it's really kind of cool. I don't know. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Just one last plug. When you're talking about doing it for the community, it's big for us. Everything will have some kind of charity tie to it as well. So for the last Invitational, we actually did non-perishables for additional raffle tickets, because we do just like door raffles for prizing that we give away between the rounds. So we raised 421 pounds of non-perishables at the last event. So we're going to do it again this weekend for Fabled, and we're hoping to crack 1,000 pounds. So it's just non-perishables for the local food bank. And then we're working, there's nothing that's come out yet, but just to put it on people's radar, we're going to work on a mental health awareness event that we're probably going to put out either in the winter or early 2026. One of our team members is finishing up residency to be is a board certified adult psychiatrist, and mental health awareness is just a big thing in our space. So I've already gotten informal but written confirmation from JDRR and Harlan that they want to help out. They're two people who it's rare to hear people just open up about and be vulnerable about their own situations. It doesn't matter how big of a name you are in this community, like everybody has their demons. So we don't know exactly what it's going to look like, but we want to find a way to make it as inclusive as possible and raise awareness for mental health and TCGs and just at large.
I personally love that. So I'll just say now, if you need more help with that, like reach out to me. As someone who's like, just in my careers that I've had, especially through music, that's one big thing that's always come up. And I don't think it gets enough attention a lot. There are a lot of adults that are having silent battles every day that you don't know about. So that's another reason to be kind to everybody you know. But it goes just for me doubly so in the Lorcana community. So I love you bringing awareness to that. That's amazing.
Absolutely. Thanks for the offer. I will definitely take you up on it.
No, absolutely. Like, you need more help, like, reach out. I'll be all hands on deck for it.
Awesome. Thanks, man.
Yeah. I don't know. It's too wholesome. No,
Sorry.
No,
I'll be less wholesome going forward.
No, I just appreciate everything you're doing and you and the team up there. And I did enjoy. I wish I got to meet you or more of the team up there. I was in the area and they could go to Stevenson Games to a game night and hang out a little bit with Kurt, and that was a ton of fun. And I was struck by like how passionate and vibrant and fun your community is up there. So I just appreciate what you're doing. Yeah. So I should ask before we start to wrap up, get to the raffle and everything else because we're running late. How can people register? And remind everybody again when this tournament is, and if you have FOMO right now, how can we get people through the door that weekend?
Yep. So it'll be the first weekend after Hobby Store release, so September 6th and September 7th. The Meet the Caster event will be on the Friday before, on September the 5th. It's going to be in Westminster, Maryland, which is about 45-ish minutes outside of Baltimore, at a game store called Bazooka Games. We try to partner with stores that have an interest in Lorcana. They used to have a league, and after an ownership change, they lost all of their allocation and lost their league because they didn't have any product. So we're hoping to give them a chance to get their league back. So super excited. We may actually use them for the 512 event if we fill this one out and double again. They're just in a mall with a lot of space that they can rent. Anyways, if you're interested in registering, go to Inc. It's INKINC.team. That's the team website, and there's a registration link that'll take you to a Google form to put you on basically a digital queue, and we'll put the ticket sales out in order of that digital queue to try to avoid the chaos of everyone trying to buy at the exact same time. So we're probably at this point about 20 or 30 people wait list on the Infinity event, and we are getting very close to going to wait list for the 256. We announced the event months ago. As soon as we heard the release date for Fabled, Charlie's obviously got booked on the same weekend, so we'd be ignorant to believe that they don't have a loyal following of people that like to go play there too. So we know some people will move, but we have no doubt that we're going to fill out both events. We've actually, because of the interest, we have already decided we're going to do at least 2, possibly 3 32-person pod side events with some kind of prizing. So one extra one on Saturday. And then because we have the bigger space but a smaller event on Sunday, we're going to try to do 2 pods, one Infinity, one Constructive on Sunday. Just because everyone's going to be here because the casters are here and want to hang out. It's just going to be a party for the weekend. So we wanted to give as much opportunity for people to play and just enjoy the game.
So fun.
That's awesome. What did we miss, Aaron? Anything?
I just want to know when we get to go.
Yeah. When
One
next
day.
next one.
Next
Yeah.
one, yeah.
Next one. I will say, I have to admit, I will be in Charlie's that weekend. I believe, though, I really believe with the situation as it stands right now, and with the passionate community and all the people who want to play competitively, and with some third-party partnerships rolling out, we don't know what that'll look like, but perhaps we'll see it get off the ground. I think we can fill both events. So Aaron taking the scissors from me.
He's just messing with some scissors.
I'm a fidgeter.
I mean,
you
if
can
you're
start
that
running with
upset about missing the Ink event, I'm giving you a ticket.
Yeah, he's like
I'm
grabbing
giving you a
the scissors.
ticket. It's
Like,
okay.
what is happening? I'm like, okay, we're gonna just put these away.
Mess with the
my love.
puppy. But no, I really think we can fill both events. And what I'm excited about in terms of coverage is, there'll be 2 really awesome streams. You've got a stacked pool of talent up there who's going to be casting up there. And you'll have some folks down at CCS as well commentating, and people will be able to switch back and forth, and it'll just be a really cool weekend of Lorcana. So I'm really, really excited about that. Aaron's mic's offline? I don't think so.
Awesome.
Your mic
I feel
working?
like it's been working, but maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm not.
It's very quiet.
Oh, okay. Well,
All right. Well, I'll fix that. Anyway, look at that. I've had you off all.
here, fix it.
All right, fix it later. Okay. All right. Well, we're getting near showtime again. Matthew, I could talk to you all night. We did post the link in to register in the show note or in the chat. We will also put it in the show notes. But we have, before we wrap up, we have a giveaway to get to. So let's do that. This is going to take me just a quick second to get this together. For those who register, let's see. Have about 100 respondents. We have about 300 people watching right now. Let's see. Got to do
There's
some.
200 people who need to enter the raffle.
Right?
Yeah. So like those folks are mostly the Twitch viewers or the Twitter folks. And I love you all. I love everybody, no matter what platform you're watching on. Thank you for being here. It's hard for me to chat with you out there. I did post it in the chat. So go comment or go click on that link in the chat and get in here. But let me see. Sort columns, right to Z. Do quick scan for repeat enterers so I can filter you all out. Nope. Looks like we have a lot of honest folks out there.
Ooh.
All right,
We'd
Aaron.
love to see that.
What do I need to do now? I need to black
This is
out.
stressing me out, y'all.
This is a process. I need to black out email addresses so we don't dox anybody.
Last name.
Yep. This look.
Highlight the column. This is so painful.
Got it. Okay, cool.
There you go.
Okay, cool. All right.
One grueling step at a time.
I mean, you wouldn't think we've done a giveaway before.
Well, it just takes time. Like they're like automated ways to do this on like Streamlabs and stuff. But one of the reasons that we do it this way.
Refresh in case anybody filled it out again.
It'll pop up. It'll auto-populate.
Right, but I need to know how many people to put on the number generator. 86. You're good. Go ahead.
Cool. All right. And remember, start on number 2.
2. Yep.
Okay, cool. So I have everybody not doxed now, so I can.
That's a plus for sure.
Yep.
We like starting with not doxing people.
There have been mistakes made before. Okay, so here's our spreadsheet. We got names. So this is not in the order you entered. We sorted it alphabetically by one of these columns in order to search for duplicate entries. So we're gonna hit this 3 times. Now, Matt, I have to ask, did you want to, because you're shipping these things, do you want to give out the card and the D100 separately, or do you want those to the same person?
Your show. I can ship 2 different ones. It's fine.
He said, "Choose, Liam."
All right. Well, if it's up to me, I want to reward a couple folks. So let's do the card first then.
Okay.
You
ready?
Yeah, we're gonna hit it 3 times. The third one, and then the row is the person we.
Yep. Okay. And a 1. And a 2. And a 3.
All right.
Row 62. Whoa. Sorry, I hit it again, but that was row 62.
Yeah. Okay. Row 62. And row 62. Row 62 is Pilgrim's Process. Josh.
On YouTube.
On YouTube. Josh, Pilgrim's Process. Or if you're watching, let us know. And
maybe highlight his first name just so we know that he won.
This is for the card, by the way. Sorry, I should have clarified that. Okay.
Okay.
And
ready?
now we'll do the D100 set.
And a 1. And a 2. And a 3. Row number 4.
Row number 4.
Yeah. Early entry.
Well, no, we sorted it. So.
Oh yeah, you did sort it.
Is Caleb. Username. Dirt Caleb.
Dr. Chedge
Dr.
Caleb
Dr. Chad Caleb.
on
Chedge
YouTube.
Caleb on YouTube. If you're here, let us know. Yeah. So if you're here, let us know. Somebody let us know if you're here, if you won. Because one of the rules is you got to be here. You can't, because otherwise people could send out the form to other people and all of that. So anyway, all right. So we'll see if you all respond. You two. We need Caleb and
Josh.
Josh.
Woohoo.
That is Caleb.
Wait, as in your Caleb?
Is that?
Oh, it's Rebecca Cuesta.
Is that Caleb?
How about that?
Well, yay, Caleb!
Get him in the, well, I assume you're watching on Rebecca's stream.
I assume he's right next to Rebecca.
Yeah, possibly. All right. Caleb, send us a chat here. All right.
Rebecca, go get him.
Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, cool. So it's
wait,
Demet.
Liam, I think we lost.
What did we lose? Hello?
Nope, that was me. That was my fault.
Okay.
All right.
I was like, wait, no, that's my headphones.
Yeah. Aaron, let's do one more drawing. I've got some deck box and sleeve combos. We'll do one more drawing from us, and if you want them.
So Josh is getting the card.
Yeah.
And then Caleb, if he answers, is getting the box. Okay. And then what are we giving away?
So I've got some deck box and sleeve combos. You can either choose Tinkerbell or Mickey Mouse Sorcerer.
Okay.
On those, so we'll run that from us.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah, if you want them. I mean, some people don't want the deck box and sleeves, but
and a 1, and a 2, and a 3. Row number 10.
All right, we're 10. That is it's Amy Hostler, Mama Hostler.
Amy.
She's literally right there.
Yep. Amy, if you're here, so send us a note. Yep. Mama Hostler. Long time viewer.
She's right there.
No, that's Mama Source.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
Yep.
I don't know how to read.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, different name. Okay. Well, I think we're still waiting. Wait. Hold on. Is that true? I don't believe it.
Matt Hash, the team manager for Ink, just said to raffle off a box of England.
Is this?
Is that real?
Yeah.
Can you
Is it real?
Him. Yeah, that's him.
Is this real?
I mean, if somebody's faking that mug on a YouTube video.
Wow. Well. All right. Look, Team Ink is not only we're trying to recruit judges. We're Ink is donating to the raffle and
oh wait,
Sharp
Matt Hash just
Gaming.
said that's true.
So look at that. It looks like we're gonna auction. Look, so you stick around here, and stuff happens. So all right, let's
happen.
Aaron, let's do it one more time. Let me switch the camera view here to FaceTime HD so people can see the number.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So hit it 3 times, third number.
Okay, ready?
Yep.
And a 1. And a 2. And a 3. Row 86, which is the last row we had when we started this. If you entered afterwards.
Well, no, it's sorted. So.
No. That's anyway.
Oh yeah, it's true.
More
Okay, I
people
see.
have entered since we
Yeah.
started drawing.
All right. So the winner is
Which we cut it off,
Kyle,
sorry.
Cowboy Kyle. on
And
YouTube?
you're now. Oh yeah, we're not sharing that.
Yeah, I'm not.
Cowboy Kyle 216 on YouTube.
All right, Cowboy Kyle.
Got I'm like keeping track of everybody's names. I haven't seen anybody actually respond.
Yeah.
Oh wait, hold up. Is that
Dr. Check has.
Yeah. Look at that. This is Caleb. All right.
okay? So Caleb
Yeah.
has responded. We're
Mhm.
still waiting on Josh
Mm-hmm.
for the
There's
card.
Cowboy Kyle.
Amy's here.
Oh, Amy! Yay! Way to go, Amy.
Yeah. Cowboy Kyle says
And
that's
Cowboy
me.
Kyle. Hey,
There we go.
Cowboy
So
Kyle.
Cowboy Kyle, Ink hooking you up. If you weren't planning on going to the tournament, there you go.
should now.
Now you should
Yeah.
go to the tournament so you can go see
Right.
Matt and in all their glory.
Yeah, huge shout out to Ink for that giveaway. That's super cool. So
Nice.
really appreciate that.
Absolutely. So I've got a 3-week-old who's freaking out upstairs. And
Yep.
My
Oh my
wife
gosh,
is
yes.
exhausted. So
Go.
I'm going to
Go,
go.
Matthew.
Thank you so much for the time. It was great talking with you. And see you, Zenulus, in September. And Liam, hope to see you at the next one.
Yeah, sorry for keeping you so late.
No, you're
Thank you
good.
so
Don't worry.
much. All right.
All right. Take care.
Take it easy. Bye.
Later.
Whoa, how fun was that? I feel bad now. Keeping him so late, but golly, like what an amazing like mentality to bring into this
Yeah.
community.
So
Absolutely.
again, just to reiterate, been to every event they have, mainly because of Carrick. But I mean, if you're on the fence about going, go. If you have the ability to go to an Ink event, genuinely one of the best ran events in all of my Lorcana tenure. So, like I said, I'm choosing them over CCS. So,
That's saying a lot.
and I haven't missed a single CCS. So,
I will be at CCS, sadly, which I'm so bummed about. Well, I'm not.
Wait, you're
I'm not. Well,
I'm so bummed about
Okay.
going to CCS.
I'm
Yeah,
not
you're-
bummed about going
you're
to CCS.
bummed that there are 2 events on the same weekend and you have to
Yes.
choose. Yeah. I think one of the amazing things about our community is like stepping up, going into season 2. So many of these local stores and local communities are stepping up and filling in these gaps. We are going to have these crossovers because we're going to have a lot more smaller events rather than a few large events. So, I think what's going to be great is it makes local travel like a lot easier for folks and the like. So yeah. And I forget that my mic's off, so nobody can hear me.
Your mic's not off.
Your mic's on.
Okay.
Yeah, I
cool.
fixed it. I
But
We've heard you
Love
loud and clear.
all
oh,
events
thanks.
equally. I love all events equally. Yeah. No, I do wish they were not. But I will say I stand by the fact that what a cool thing for the Lorcana community to have these 2 incredible events going on
premier
at the same
events on
time.
the same weekend. Yeah.
It's for sure like 2 huge. I mean, just like you said, use the word premier events. So a lot of just places to look. I mean, a
Yeah.
lot of premium Lorcana being played that weekend.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, it'll just make it easier for members of the community to get, to be able to attend like these high quality play events because hopefully we'll have so many of them and it'll become more of a regional thing. So,
No, for sure. Again, like unfortunate that like these level of events are happening on the same weekend, but
yeah, that is true.
for people who live either north or south, I mean, it gives you a destination to go to, and
Yeah.
whichever one's easier for you to go to. Now you have choice.
We just need to move out west more.
Yeah.
There need to
Also,
be more bigger events out west in general.
I agree. Also, I sorry, don't look. Just shout out. I think this is Conde Drago, Luca from Worlds, who I believe is in Italy. So,
Oh my goodness.
if that's who that is, shout out to you for joining us from in the middle of the night over there. So,
I mean, I will say in September we are going to have PPG Denver. So while that's not like fully West Coast, it is definitely easier for folks on the West Coast to get to Denver for the
For sure.
PPT event. So.
I'll also be going to that. So
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
Woohoo.
Logan, another event I want to put on your radar. Again, we need to wrap here shortly, but the Diet Coke Invitational is coming back to Dallas.
Yes.
Woohoo. And
have you heard of the Diet Coke Invitational, Logan?
I've not. This is the first time.
Okay, you have your entry is a case of Diet Coke for the tournament organizer.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you land in Dallas and then you have to go buy a case of Diet Coke, and that is your entry fee into the game. And they do all of these like custom art, like they get like foiled, and they basically make like custom kind of enchanteds as like the pricing, which is a lot of fun.
Okay. I'm gonna have to hit up Lorcana, bro, and be like, hey,
yeah,
when's this going on?
Yeah, he better be there.
Yeah.
That's a threat.
Well, I mean, we're gonna be there, so the Austin crowd hopefully will all go up to Dallas that weekend.
Yeah.
That's when you get to guilt trip Aaron into going.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
So
what's on my, sorry, we've completely devolved. What's on top of my heist box? It's a Kronk Angel shoulder buddy.
Where's the devil shoulder buddy?
He's over there.
Oh, I was about to say he was being played with by our child, and so we now have shoulder buddies just all over the house because they've just become stuffies, and so
yeah. All right, we need to get to wrapping here soon. Just a couple more shout outs. Shout out Rebecca says might have something that works for California. I've heard rumblings of something that Rebecca has in the works. So definitely follow Rebecca Quest if you're in the West Coast area or want to travel to the West Coast area for fun Lorcana goings on. So yeah, GoPro Steven saying playing in the Diet Coke Invitational. Yes, Dallas crew is here in the house. And yeah, okay. What did we need to?
I feel like you covered.
We did a lot.
Yeah.
Lots of guests.
Lots of guests, lots of events, lots of things, lots of healthy Lorcana longevity looking forwards in the future.
Exactly. We got this, community.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, it's been insane. I was talking about this with my set champs this weekend. I think there was a stretch of like 6 weekends where I was just going to an event, a bigger event every weekend.
Yeah. Last weekend was our first weekend home in over 6 weeks.
Yeah, I think it was last weekend and the weekend before was because it was like Worlds and then Dallas and then and now set champs. And I'm like,
yep. And we most definitely, our first weekend home, we basically sat on the couch like a vegetable all Saturday, just to be like, we're just not moving after the travel.
I did not leave my bed.
Yeah.
The first weekend. I was like, this is what I needed.
Yeah.
But I mean, like the fact that there was so much going on, it's really good for the game. I genuinely as much of naysaying or negativity that might happen, I genuinely do believe that in a few years' time we're going to look back at the official season that's happening right now and the launch we just had, and it's just going to be a blip in the radar of a very successful tenure for this game.
Yeah, for sure.
I 100% agree. Nobody remembers the product shortage in set 1 that was supposedly end of the game. Nobody remembers, I don't know, there's been so many times the game is
been dead.
But
no one remembers. I remember paying triple MSRP for boxes in set 1.
Oh, that was rough.
Yep. Yep. All right. The chat is trying to keep me engaged. I need to break away. So before Logan, I do want to turn it over for any closing thoughts. Before I do that, just some admin notes for everybody in the chat. One, thank you all for being here. If you're watching, please like, subscribe, do the standard stuff. We are here every Monday night talking about Lorcana, and we occasionally do scripted videos, although there haven't been very many recently. Although we just recorded a video last night where we had Mo Shamblin and Zach Bivens talk through their Worlds matchup while we watched it. So that video is coming out soon. If that's the type of content you like to see, hit subscribe on YouTube, and that video will be out shortly. It's going to be super fun. Thank you to our Patreon supporters, especially those of you who are here. Really appreciate it. Even, just following along, even for free, is super helpful to the show. There's a Patreon link in the show notes, and it really means a lot. Thank you all for supporting us. Lastly, if any of the events or folks that we talked about tonight, after this, I'm going to go and make sure that all of those links are in the show notes. So if you want to link to any of them, the raffle, any of that stuff, we'll have those in the show notes shortly after this. And then the last kind of plug for content and stuff. If you're out there playing this weekend in Set Champs, and you take any funny photos, I think we decided that was
Send
a thing
us your
tonight.
funny photos.
Send us your funny Lorcana photos, and
You
and
might see them on the show.
you might see them on the show. Any fun deck lists that you have, any fun tournament results, like let us know. We like highlighting the community here on the show, and the more you all help us do that, the easier it is. And to help connect with us, you can send us a note through any of our socials. I'm also going to drop a link to our Discord server here in the chat, and you can connect with us there. With that, Logan, did we miss anything?
No, I think we hit everything, man. It has been a really eventful week for Lorcana, which
It
is
has.
not necessarily unheard of, but even more so than anything else. No, I mean, especially on nights like this when we get to talk to the people we do, I'm just reminded of why I care about the game and the community so much, and why I'm as invested as I am. So I'm very thankful to know the people I know and to have met the people I've met. And yeah, I'm going to keep on playing Lorcana.
We're thankful for that.
Yeah, that is true.
Thanks for hanging with us, Logan.
Thanks for
Yeah.
having me. It's always a pleasure.
Yeah, really enjoyed it. Well, with that, I know we'll see you all next week, and it's another week without an exit song,
Which is now our official sign off.
which is now our official sign off.